Hello, welcome to the Get More Insights presentation for Mathematical Sciences. My name is Professor Marcel Blaise. I'm the Associate Department Head for the Mathematical Sciences Department. We will be looking at why study mathematics in this session. So there are many reasons to study math. Some are because you're drawn to logical analysis, patterns, and structure, because it's a powerful and beautiful language that can be used to model and predict systems in all kinds of things like biology, physics, engineering, finance, economics, and because it opens up a wide range of appealing job opportunities. Really, there's math in everything. Math is the language that underlies all of science and engineering, and you can find uses for math really in any field. And with that being said, another good reason to study math is because you like it and you're good at it. And it will open many opportunities for you. To give a sense of what it's like to go to work after you graduate with a math degree, we look at a little bit of an older study, but we have a study from the Wall Street Journal in 2014 that did a ranking of the best and worst jobs. And this study didn't just base this on salary. It also based these results on things like job satisfaction. Do you feel like you're contributing positively to the world? Stress level, and of course compensation, and several other things. And in that ranking, mathematician actually came out as number 1. Statistician is number 3, and actuary is number 4. And you will find studies like this will have this in common, that these types of jobs typically show up in the top 10. So you can find very fulfilling careers working in math, statistics, and actuarial mathematics. From the salary perspective, here we have a ranking done by payscale.com in 2018. And you see here we have different majors, bachelor's degrees, and we have early career and mid-career salary. And we see actuarial mathematics showing up at number 2, actuarial science showing up at number 3. Really, those are the same thing. Economics and mathematics showing up at number 7. So you can see that math and actuarial math pay well. So these starting salaries in the $50,000, $60,000 a year numbers are good. And you notice all of these mid-career salaries are quite nice as well. 131, 130, 123,000. So you can do quite well in terms of salary with a degree in math. In our department at WPI, we have 2 different degrees in the mathematical sciences department. We have the actuarial math major and the mathematical sciences major. For actuarial mathematics, actuaries are really mathematicians and economists who specialize in risk. And you find this in the insurance industry. It's probably one of the most important technical areas in insurance. You also find it in consulting, retirement planning, and investment planning. And really that's what it boils down to is the control of and reporting of risk. And actuaries study mathematics, economics, finance, law. And this all comes together with a very complementary skill set to be able to handle all the aspects of working with risk. Along these lines, the coursework in our actuarial math degree gives you the background in math and business that helps you to prepare for the preliminary actuarial exams. There are 2 societies, the Casualty Actuarial Society and the Society of Actuaries, and they have an entire set of exams for the professional certification of associate or fellow of their societies. Both of these societies have the same first set of exams, and we have many classes that are designed specifically for preparation for these exams. MQPs in the actuarial math major are sometimes done with industry partners like insurance companies. So you get a real sense of what it's like to be an actuary and the kind of stuff that you are tested on and the kind of stuff that you do as an actuary in this major. Mathematical sciences is more general, and this also prepares you, it can prepare you for jobs in business or industry. It can also prepare you very well for graduate study. And there are many different areas in which you can specialize as a mathematical sciences major. These 4 listed are just some examples, but if you look at our courses, which we'll see in a subsequent presentation, you can choose from a very wide selection of courses so that you can specialize your degree. We also have a BSMS program, which you can apply to as a junior. And the idea here is that you're doing your bachelor's degree and your master's degree in 5 years. And in that pursuit, some of your upper level courses can count towards your graduate credit, and some of your graduate coursework can also count towards your undergraduate credit. So there is some double counting that can be done in both directions. And the key thing here is to plan. So you want to start talking very early with your academic advisor, or with me, about laying out your studies for that 5-year plan. And one of the main reasons for this is that the graduate courses are semester-based, unlike the undergrad courses, which are term-based. And so you find that there are some fall courses that are graduate that are strict prerequisites for other graduate courses. And it becomes important to work those in, especially if you're going to have something like an IQP or an MQP that's going to have you away for either A term or B term in either your junior or senior year. And in general, it's a very handy thing to get a master's degree right in tandem with your bachelor's degree. A lot of people go back to school for master's degrees, and it's much, much easier to do if you can do it when you're an undergraduate student by staying 1 more year, and you come out with the bachelor's and the master's already done, and you'll find that it's much harder to go back to school, say when you're a little bit older and you may have a full-time job that's very time-consuming and stressful. You may have a family, you may have a house with a dog, and you have to do things like raking leaves in the fall and the spring and shoveling your driveway in the wintertime. All these types of things make going to study a degree full-time much more difficult, and so often people go for this type of degree part-time, which can take several years. So there is an advantage to doing this while you are a full-time student and can just tack on that extra year and knock out that degree. As a mathematical sciences or an actuarial math major, there are many ways to be involved in math outside of just what you do in the classroom. These include math hour, partnering with upper class students. Check your email from the math department. We have events and talks and things that you may want to attend. In the same way, check out our webpage and our department's Facebook page. Show up for different events. It's good to be involved. Become a peer learning assistant. At this stage, many of you have probably taken math courses where you've had a PLA who runs a conference or office hours or help sessions. If you love math, this is a good chance to develop a skill set of being on the teaching side. And you'll also find that when you teach something, you learn it quite a bit more deeply than when you study it as a student. It's also important to make a community, friends, networks. You will find that your network of friends, students in the same major, will pay dividends for you, not only in your studies, but after you graduate. We also have math contests, things like the Putnam exam or COMAP, that are worth getting involved in. It's important to start looking at summer programs like internships or REUs. REU stands for Research Experience for Undergraduates. These are programs that are held at math departments at universities all over the United States. And typically you reside at that school for 8 or 9 or 10 weeks in the summertime, and you work intensively on a math research project with math faculty at that school. It's a great experience. And so these two things, the internship and the REU, give you a sense of what it's like to actually work in industry and what it's like to study math at the graduate level. We also have a whole set of clubs that are worth getting involved in. SIAM is the Society for Industrial and Applied Mathematics. Pi Mu Epsilon is the honor society to which you can be inducted in your junior or senior year. AWM is the American Women in Mathematics Association. The Math Club, the Actuarial Math Club, the Financial Math Club. There are several active clubs that are worth getting involved in. And the key thing to recognize here is that these are all opportunities, but you have to make them your own. You have to make a choice to get involved in these. And I highly recommend doing so because there is much more of a math community that you can be involved in, which will benefit you socially, professionally, and academically in your studies. And it is a great set of opportunities to take advantage of while you're a student here.